The stock market is crashing. It's just going down, down, down. Today, we're talking about this continued sell-off, the coronavirus, the news. What is happening? Is it really a crash or is it just a pullback? That's the debate. That's what everybody is talking about. Are we actually crashing or are we just pulling back to an overall trend that we're just not seeing when we look at this on a, I don't want to say small time frame, but when we look at this on a kind of like yearly time frame, it looks like a pretty bad crash, correct? From 338 now down there to 300 here on the SPY. Let's talk about why this crash could be considered a pullback and why it could be considered a crash. Talking about it here in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. All right. What's going on, guys? So like we talked about this morning in the pre-market live stream, that $300 area just getting touched multiple times for the SPY down there in the market just selling. These are the last few days. You can see just nothing but sell all the way. Had a nice little pop, a little bit of volatility this morning from the 300s up there to 310, and then now back down there again to the $300 area. And I'll be honest, I have been talking a lot about how the market's crashing, blah, blah, blah. You know, everybody's getting really excited. The market's crashing. Because when you look at the SPY, you know, on this daily time frame, it looks like the market's just crashing back down to, you know, that 280 area, 285. It's just like, wow, you know, it looks like the market's just going back into just back into a black hole of nothingness. But let me show you this. Let's look at a different time frame. Let's look at a bigger time frame. Here's the monthly chart. Each of these candles is a monthly move in the market. If we zoom out here, we zoom out, we zoom out, we zoom out, we zoom out, and we keep just zooming out here back to, let's say, 2010, and guess what? It doesn't look so bad, does it? It doesn't really look like a crash. It just looks like a nice little pullback. So if we look here, we draw a trend on this monthly chart here, right? We draw a trend. Oh, gosh. Guess what? We'll kind of just go like that. I feel like sometimes you get these over drastic moves, but the overall trend, you can see the overall trend here is just been going higher for quite some time. So on this monthly chart, it basically is looking like this is a nice little pullback. And like I said, that 285 area looks like it is in play here for some continued selling as a pullback back down there to the 285 area. I made a video just the other day talking about what stocks I was going to be buying for a long-term hold. I'm still holding out on buying just yet. I'm going to kind of see what happens here at the $300 area. If we hold that $300 area as a support, we start to consolidate here at the $300 area, I'll look to maybe start to nibble on some stocks. Right now at the 301 area, look at that. The S&P 500 just sitting right there on that 301, a little bit of bounce back. We've kind of bounced there multiple times so far at that $300 area. But look, bam, 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 thank you, man. But like I said, on the smaller time frame, on that daily chart, you can see now that we have that support there. This trend's going crazy. On the small time frame, the daily chart, you know, just looking at this on a yearly chart and just kind of only focusing on that previous current and only focusing on that current action here from the 340 area down there to 300, it looks like the market's crashing. Let's be honest. It really does look like the market's crashing. But when we zoom out at that bigger time frame, when we look at the bigger time frame here, when we look at that overall picture on the monthly, it looks a lot better. So that's one thing to think about here. Look at that. On the monthly time frame, this thing looks really nice. This was back in 2008. 2008, we had the housing crisis market. We had the housing crash, the bubble, whatever you want to call it. Look at this, from 157 down there to 70. So basically like a 50% drop. So for us to have a similar move to that at that point, we would need to basically, go to 150? Like down here? $150 area? 150, right? Like that would be similar to the 08 crash when we went from 150 to 70. That was basically a 50% drop. So we still got a long way to go from 340 to 300. What is that? Let's do the math. I'm not very good at percentages, but let's just do the math here. Let me pull up a little calculator, percentage calculator here. I got to do some math on this. So if we go from 340 to 300, we dropped 11% so far. Obviously, I should have just done the math. Adding it the last 3 days, we're at 3.6 drop right now. If we go from, let's do a 50% drop from that. Let's do that. A 50% drop from 340, where does that put us at? That puts us at the $170 area, which you can see that's a long way to go. That's a long, long way to go. That's all the way down here. That's way down there. So for a similar crash to the 2008 crash, to have that type of move, we would need a 50% drop. I feel like personally, if we hit 240, that just seems like it's the end of the world if the market goes from 340 to 240. But really, in perspective, looking at 2008 crash versus now, you got this move here. Look at this. You draw a line on this. Let's just see. Like, okay, that's the move. Obviously, the prices are a little bit different back then, but that's the move there. I mean, that's not that. Look how much further the market would have to drop. I don't really know if that's even math or not, but in general, I mean, consider this in perspective. 250 would be like a similar move, I guess, if you want to do it that way. I don't know. I don't even know if that's even logical or not doing it that way. But in general, the biggest thing to look at here really is just all of this overall idea. Look at us now below 300. Wow. I talked about it in the pre-market live stream this morning on Thursday. Talked about that $300 area wanting to get touched. Look at us now down there at 299. The market just giving it up. And we've got about 7 minutes here till the market closes, and it's just not stopping. Not stopping. We're still heading lower. So like I said, I'm still sitting on the sidelines here waiting for more of a pullback before jumping in long term. Those are the stocks I was watching at. But it was definitely in comparison. When you look at this in comparison to the 2008 crash, we still got a long way to go. We still got a long way to go from here. This on that monthly time frame really just looks like a nice little pullback, right? You're just looking at it like, hey, looking pretty nice. I like it. On the monthly chart, it looks nice. It looks very reassuring. You feel a lot better about it. You feel like it's not so bad, We can go lower. We can go to like 270, 280, and we're still chilling compared to 2008. So as of right now, I'm looking at that monthly chart, and I'm waiting to see where that next kind of big consolidation area, really that 260 area, would kind of put us right in that area. 260, still another 40 points from there. So obviously still a lot of downside to go, but still, even at that 260 area, we're not even close to that 2008 crash in terms of percentages. I'm not sure how that works out in terms of the actual money that's connected to this move or whatever. Well, you want to say, oh, the market's crashed 40, 50 points. How many trillions of dollars does that equate to? But in general, yeah, I really think this is it's really shaping up here to be just an overall beautiful little pullback here. So we'll see what happens if this is going to obviously continue lower. Like I said, I'm sitting here waiting and watching, I'm getting a little bit of FOMO, not going to lie. Getting a little bit of FOMO, getting a little bit of greediness, because I'm like, at some point, this is going to be nice. This is going to be a nice dip buy. But like I said, when you look at that monthly time frame, it still looks like we got some more to go. Like we got some more downside here. On the monthly time frame, it looks like we got some more downside. On the daily time frame, it looks like it's the end of the world. But like I said, you zoom out, not so bad, not so bad. So there it is. Is it a crash or is it just a pullback? We won't really know until a couple more weeks, a couple more days. Maybe we'll know next week if we get down here to the 280 area. Then we'll be kind of wondering like, hey, this could be bad. This could be real bad. Real bad. But like I said, I'm going to be sitting back and waiting and watching. What do you guys think? Is this the beginning of the next big crash, or is this a healthy pullback? Let me know what you guys know. Well, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments down below.
If you're still watching this video, don't worry. There's a lot more videos right here on the #1 day trading channel for you to check out and learn more about day trading. So don't be afraid and check out these videos right over here. 1, 2, newest and latest and greatest videos for you to check out. Also, hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already.